I just said, please. I need you guys not to walk in. I say, why do you please? And the slime has to be outside. Okay? We only need 5 minutes. There cannot be a knock. You guys cannot travel. You cannot come to the door. You cannot knock. Okay? Go play with the slimes outside. And if it's not yours, you do not touch it. I don't have any. If anyone walks in, we'll probably have to start. Or no, I can just edit that out.
Do you want to turn the big light off?
Yeah.
It's got a beam right over my head. Yeah, that's no, that one. Positive. Yep. Sure, yeah, you can do that. Natural light. Nobody's here yet.
No.
No.
Yeah.
Nope. Garbage story. Yeah, I do. No, I'll just wear this. This is fine. Kyrie was in. Hey, Linda.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm gonna do this way.
Okay,
So
cool.
Kai can, how do you want me to do this?
Oh, that's perfect. Oh, hey, what's up, Kai?
Okay, well, let me set you up so you don't fall down. Let me move all my shit out of the way.
Yes, ma'am.
We've been working, David. We've been working.
I believe it. That's
We
all
got
we
2
ever
liquor
do, huh?
trucks in the beer truck. She got a beer. Sorry, see, hold on. We got a beer truck in yesterday,
Uh-huh.
and then got a 2 liquor trucks today.
Yep.
Happy Thanksgiving.
So yeah,
Happy
freaking
Thanksgiving. You
Thanksgiving.
know, you're gonna get bought out this holiday.
Listen,
Thanksgiving's a drinking
they've already
holiday.
wiped us. They've already wiped us out for the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, I believe it.
Yeah.
Well,
So,
cool. Thank you
how,
guys for being here. I really
well,
appreciate y'all.
how come I don't look as fit as you?
Oh, you'll get there. This
I
is
want my money
a lifetime of strength training. This is years of steel right here. I like your
Look,
shirt, Kai.
look.
Thank you.
I ain't
Yeah.
playing.
Oh, you got a freaking dumbbell?
He brought him with him.
That's awesome. That's awesome. All right. Well, I don't want to take up too much of y'all's time, ladies, so I'll go ahead and jump right into it. First of all, thank you very much for allowing us to do this. We've been wanting to do a patient highlight for a long time. You guys have had some of our biggest results. We're very excited about that. Y'all are kind of y'all were some of our first patients. So
That's awesome.
we had we drove our car and we went over some speed bumps, but we're getting to the final results, the final goals, and of course there'll be more goals, but we're
Yeah.
reaching the goals where we had originally set, which is, to be frank, it's incredible. So
Yeah.
on that note, do y'all have anything that y'all want to ask before I jump into the interview questions?
No, I think we're good.
I'm
Okay.
good.
What I'll do then is I'll ask the question, and then, whoever feels the most passionate about it can kind of chime in on it. And then we'll do the other patient as well, kind of keep y'all even. And I think we'll do about 5 or 6 questions, if that's all right. It shouldn't take more than 10 to 15 minutes.
Okay, perfect.
Cool. Okay. So, first question. Since you've started the program, and we're going to call this our weight loss program, we're not going to name any of the medications or anything like that. Since you've started our weight loss program, what change have you noticed in your body? And kind of where's the biggest, what was the biggest change you noticed? So, what changes have you noticed, and what was the biggest one that kind of came out of nowhere that impacted you?
Go first.
Me go first. I before I started, I had really high blood pressure and I was borderline. My sugar was really bad, so where they were like borderline. That's all gone. As far as like body, just putting things on and not being uncomfortable anymore in them, and being able to get into things that I didn't even think I'd be able to get into for a long time. So it's been kind of surreal to put a shirt on that's like even this shirt. I mean, she's like once you do this, like it's so big now that I'm like, okay, maybe we need to start buying new clothes. I mean, even the spandex pants I have on, I have two on because the one is too saggy. So it's just
Yeah.
like putting clothes on and going, oh damn, I can wear that. I'm good, you know?
So the biggest impact for you was you're basically having to buy a whole new wardrobe now.
Yeah, and I don't mind.
That's
And it's
awesome. That's
fine.
awesome.
It's fine.
It's fine. I'm good with it.
What about you,
Same with
Linda?
Same with me. I mean, I didn't have any high blood pressure or anything like that. I was so overweight because I'm like 4'2". Not really. I'm 5'1".
Yeah.
But yeah, and she's 5'7". I'm 5'1". So I felt like I was as round as I was tall,
Yeah.
and just tired all the time, and my feet hurt all the time. My joints ached all the time. I just was tired all the time. I don't get me wrong, I still like my naps, so that has nothing to do with it.
I like my
But
naps too.
yes, but as for my feet still hurt, but I have plantar fasciitis, so but that's totally different. But as far as feeling better, 100%. And I think I weighed the other day, and I think I'm down 36, 37 pounds, I think. And I just feel better
Yeah.
as far as, and then like I said, I've been wearing 18, 20 pants for a long time. And so I went down to a 16, and the other day I bought a 14, and I was like, woo!
Yeah.
And wore them here, and I was like, dude, buy new pants because those are too saggy on you. And she's like, I just got these. I said, well, you're
Yeah.
smaller than a 14, girl. So
And
Yeah.
same with the shirts and stuff. And I thought about this day before yesterday. I have a separate closet that I have clothes in, but so I was probably in my late 30s, early 40s, and I lost like 50 something pounds. But I was going to the gym, eating right, and all this other stuff, and then I fell off the wagon. But I
Oh,
kept one pair of jeans of Levi's that I loved. And I thought about that the other day, and I thought, "Oh, I'm gonna pull those damn Levi's out and see if I can get my fat butt in them."
you should
So
give it a shot.
I'm gonna do it this weekend. I'm gonna try them on.
That's awesome. Please, I would love to know how that goes for you. I'd love to know if those fit and
Ooh.
if they're feeling good.
If I don't tell you, then that means that they still a little
Yeah,
tight.
no news is bad news, or no news is whatever.
It's whatever.
All right, so on to the next part of it. I want to ask a few questions about, the services that were provided and kind of get y'all's intake. And I want you to be as truthful and candid as possible. So number one, were you satisfied with Body Labs MD's basically just services overall, but specifically were you satisfied with the quality, the time frame that the medications were delivered? Were you satisfied with the customer care? I know, with us, we grew with you guys, so it was a real journey for both of us. And I
Yeah.
just want to know, like, how you guys feel about it. You don't have to sugarcoat anything either. We just want to know, were you satisfied, and also kind of, what stood out to you? What was like a moment where you were like, wow, this is elevated or better than the previous, or better than what I would have expected?
Yeah. With me personally, I would say probably the first month, I was kind of like, this shit ain't gonna work. It's
Yeah,
gonna be,
I remember.
whatever.
I remember.
I was because I wasn't seeing results as fast as I like to, because
Right.
in my mindset, if I want to go on a diet, if I'm on a diet for 2 days and I hadn't lost 30 pounds, I'm done.
Yeah.
you got to remember, she's from the swallow a tapeworm era.
Yeah.
Like you can
I
wear
know,
that,
right?
you know.
I'm
Linda,
like, just give me a tapeworm.
Linda, move your, I can't see your beautiful face. Move into the camera for me a little bit.
Oh, you're so nice.
All
I'm like,
right. So Tell us.
But the medication itself, I think the first time I didn't really notice anything different, but then the higher I think the 50 was the first time I think I noticed maybe just, and it was the next day and that's
Boom.
it, but a little heartburn. But other than that, I mean, then I started seeing results and I was like, okay. But
Yeah.
me personally, the B12, I guess I'm sure it helped,
Hmm.
but I didn't notice that much of a difference in my energy and stuff. So I don't know if it was not enough or
Or not as
I don't know.
effective. Yeah, no, that's
Yeah.
great. We love information like that because, we try to make it the best route for you. And we also don't want like, and also, in comparison, some folks have deficit in B12 or B12 reacts really well with their bodies. They feel the energy from it, while others, especially being in a calorie deficit, they don't get they don't get much of a result from the B12. So we're always like trying to meld to what you guys need. And we're also trying to keep up with the research out there and everything that's coming out, like, hey, this helps with this can mitigate this, higher doses in this can make it where you don't get as acclimated to it. So you guys really helped us break ground on how we operate now. And yeah, I would say, that milestone for me, Linda, watching you hit that 50 units and then the weight started dropping off, I was like, yes, because I remember the first thing you told me when I talked to you was that nothing has ever worked for you. And here we are,
And
dang
here we
near
are.
the goal. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
almost.
beautiful thing right there. How about you, Kai?
Like you said, we grew with you guys, kind of, right? So it's kind of the beginning. There's like a lot of like, okay, learning. I think on both parts, I'm real fucking hard to deal with. I'm not gonna lie. I'm sorry. I noticed that interview. I
You
have a
are
potty mouth
not.
too. I have a potty mouth. This is where it came from. I'm
Hey,
sorry.
thank you for
Um,
your service.
Thank you for yours. But I just I'll ask questions and I'm like relentless because I'm just like, okay, what I want to know, I want to know. I feel bad for your wife because I'm constantly like, hey, it
Trista
doesn't matter
loves
what
it.
time of day too. If it's on my mind, I want to know. And
Yeah.
I think the support on the end of like one, learning that everybody's human. We've had those moments, which is actually awesome because we see the human side of you guys where if you go to the doctor, you don't have that connection. It's like fighting with your sister for a minute, like, but I love my
Yeah.
sister, and so
Yeah.
and then having those moments where I sent a series of pictures and I said, like, oh my God, like I'm gonna cry. I'm a crybaby.
She is a crybaby. She's
No,
not a hard ass.
just so you
Where it
know,
was like, damn,
Trista's in
like
the
just
room
to
and she's
see
crying
from
right now for you.
just
So,
to see from here to here is like, wow, thank you guys so much. Like
yeah.
it's those moments growing with you that are like, dang, because you don't see it in the moment, right?
Yeah.
You just want it off. And so I'm like, I just want to be smaller. I don't want to, I don't want to struggle like this. I don't want to feel like I can't fit in something or I'm not beautiful or whatever, And
Yeah.
so just like seeing it come up and having those moments with you guys, and you guys are always there. There's not like a time where you're like, it's 5 o'clock, I clocked out. Don't ask me, I'll answer you
No.
tomorrow. I mean, we might go, okay, I need a break for a minute. Let me figure it out, or let me get back to you because I don't know. But she's always gotten back to me, always like even just reach out to the doctor and like send that information. Like, these are the vitamins, Kai. Like, if you need more information, like I'll give it to you. I've never had like a closed door where it's like not our operating hours or I don't know that answer. Like, it's like, I don't know it, but I'm going to find it for you.
Yeah.
And so it's like a relationship where it's like, damn, like, thank you guys so
Thank
much.
you so much.
Yeah,
Thank you
for
so
sure.
much.
And we're lucky. We're lucky because we have each other.
Yeah.
So I talked her into it, right? She was asking me, what are you taking? Because she's the first one that kind of noticed I was
Yeah.
losing weight. And I was like, this is where it's at. Like, they're right there with you. Like, they're new, but like they're just answering my questions. And she jumped in with me, So we get to see each other. And she's always like, look at you, skinny dumb bitch. Like, why are you losing more weight than me? Because I've lost 53 is what we calculated it at the other day, 53 pounds. So
Yeah.
I've been on a little bit, only about a couple weeks more than you.
Yeah.
But
It's a mind blowing. That is such a mind blowing number. And I wanted to
Yeah, when the
say,
doctor said August, I went, no, it had to be longer than August. And she's like, no, August. And I was like, 53 pounds since August. And she's like, yeah. And I was like, damn, that's crazy.
It's
that's
insane.
huge. And that's,
And I
that's,
agree with Ty as well too, as far as the relationship. I mean, you guys, I feel like have gone above and beyond to help us get to where we want to be. And it's not like she said you go to the doctor's office and they're like, they just kind of like, well, whatever. Y'all are
yeah,
like, hey, let me figure it out. We'll, just like with me, and I was like, I was stuck,
yeah.
but y'all found a solution and here we go. And then I took off.
Yeah. And to kind of comment on that, and also you made me a little bit emotional there, Kai.
Sorry.
I know.
I
I'm big
feel
habit. I am.
I feel y'all's passion though, and I feel y'all's journey, and I can feel your results, and it's mind blowing. It's such an altered state of being versus where we were, and
Yeah.
I loved the roadblocks because there was a moment where Kai, we ran into a roadblock. We weren't seeing the results anymore. It just kind of froze in place. And rather than giving up, we came to a plan together, conclusion together, and we pushed forward. And that allowed us to get where we are now. And you actually helped us to better serve our patients moving forward because now we know of potential roadblocks that can occur due to the titration and the dosing and the labs and just figuring out where your bodies are and how to create the homeostasis that we're looking for. But I am so proud of you, ladies. Like just watching your journey and getting to communicate with y'all and just seeing like where you've been and where you've come. And one thing we love, we have a habit of friending people on Facebook and whatnot. We love to see new profile pictures because that shows us like you're feeling new. You're feeling you want to put something up, So, and I've loved the whole journey with you two. Y'all were kind of my first ever, like I was like, let's get this going, like let's make some actual real goals happen for people, and you guys allowed us to do that. So I'm very thankful, very very thankful for both of you
Well,
ladies.
we're thankful for you too. I mean,
Yeah.
I haven't posted any updated pictures or anything yet because
Get those
I'm
Levi's
just
on,
not,
Linda.
I'm just like, I don't know. I just always feel like I look dumb. I'm too old for that shit, whatever,
Post
whatever.
it, post it.
But look, y'all gonna see me in a two-piece here for too long.
Let's go, let's go. I expect to see all of y'all at the Choctaw Pool next year during summer, so we'll be there.
Yeah,
All
but
right.
no, it's been, as a matter of fact, when I noticed Kai and I asked her about it, I had already been thinking about, because I had heard all these other women that were overweight and all this stuff, and I'd see them and I'm like, damn, they are skin and bone. What the hell are y'all? Well, they were all
Yeah,
on that
I
Ozempic.
do.
yeah,
I
And
do.
I
Yeah.
thought about that and I was like,
I do have to say, when I researched it, I talked to like a lot of companies that were like older, right? But it was like going to the doctor, and they were so like, it was such like a machine that it was a turnoff. And I was like, no, I still get emails and they blow me up, but it's just like the same stuff over and over where you guys took the time. It's kind of weird because I have more of a relationship with your wife, and she has more of one with you. So we got to
yeah,
bounce that off each other. Who are you talking to? Well, I get to talk to David. I'm like,
yeah,
so we're like, we bounced that off. So it wasn't like you just handed us off to one person. We got like the full round
yeah.
yeah,
kind of treatment because she got more of you and I got more of her.
yeah.
So it's kind of like we got to see the whole company, right? The
Yeah,
whole, who
you
you
did
guys are.
literally. I mean, we're right now we're like a 5-person team running the whole company, and we you guys helped us to get to this point, and honestly, like I can't
What's my
imagine
check, bitch?
you're doing it, and I'm just so very very proud of you guys, like for sticking with it and for making it happen and for allowing us to learn with y'all and grow with you. Um, it's been a true journey up to this point, and it's not over yet. So, we're still going to keep going strong. We want to make it to the very goal that you set in the beginning. No goal is unrealistic. No goal is out of touch. So we're going to keep going. So let me ask you another question. This will be my second to last one, and then I'll do a closing question for you guys.
Okay.
Um, this one, I would like to ask, what is something that now that you've achieved this amount of your weight loss potential, your weight loss goals, where do you see yourself going from here? Are you thinking, getting back into the gym, eating healthier? Has this impacted your lifestyle at all?
I would say for me, yeah, I'm already like, okay, I was working out prior and I've always worked out just because I've had to, I mean, life racks your body, right? And so to be able to get up and not feel like the Tin Man, it just is what it is. So I had to, but I actually I had a harder time slowing down when she was like, hey, don't work out like that. Like, stop.
It's tough
You know,
when someone tells you to do something that's backwards. You're like,
right.
wait, what?
I'll even just float. Just let me get in the water, you know.
Yeah.
But to get more tone, like definitely because we lost it so fast. Like, and we're not,
My wings.
just so everybody knows, we're not spring chickens. We're talking in the 50s. Like, we're not 20-some-year-old that just, it's elastic and it bounces back. So for
Mhm.
sure, like getting back to the gym, getting tone. She has her little weight here and her little bicycle in here.
Linda, show us your
It,
weight. Show us your dumbbell.
so it's a
You
little
have it with you?
dumbbell that you have. Yeah, she does.
Yeah, get it. There you go.
Definitely that is my next goal would be to tone it up a little bit more because when I hit that 50, which is right around the corner for me, I want to be able to like show the tummy a little bit more to be a little bit more solid
Yeah.
as far as like, not be squishy. But yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready for that. I'm scared to death to like
Oh, I fell down.
do
Oh,
Scared to death
sorry.
for what?
to go on maintenance only because like you get used to it, so I'm like, what do you mean I'm gonna trickle down a little, but I
Yeah.
know like you guys will support that too, so
Yeah.
I'm like so happy to like see next year at this time to have arms like
Hold on a second.
to have arms like your arms, like big and
Let's go.
I want some muscle.
I expect to see you in the
Oh,
gym,
I got
ma'am.
the strength, but I want
Let me
the
see them
I need to get
guns.
it
Let me
back.
see them guns.
They're little guns.
Hell yeah.
I got
Got the-
more wings than anything. I'm 54 years old, 3 kids later. I'm screwed.
Yeah.
But
Well, as
that's
I
my
know,
goal.
Kai, we've already discussed your next goal, right? Your next plan. So we're super excited to get started on that. And that's something we want to separate ourselves from with a clinic. Like we are a clinic, but going in, seeing a doctor, they're going to keep you on semaglutide and then you're just done. With us, we want to provide the aftercare. We want to make sure that like, hey, you've met this goal. Now let's work on meeting this next
And
goal.
that's something, even though I got like another 35, I want to lose to be at my ideal. That's something we've already talked about. I'm like, okay, here's this other vitamin. I love bees. She's on the opposite, but man, I'm scared to get off the bees.
Yeah. The
So
bees.
You need
Oh
to get
man,
off
I
of the
love the B
bees.
vitamins. I love them.
we
So
just we discussed another option, so we're gonna try that. But we already started talking about okay, your maintenance coming up, so I'm
Mhm.
excited for that, and just to kind of get back to be tone and running again and doing that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So next year, I'm sure I'm gonna be right up against
Let's
you, like
go.
with
Let's
guns.
go.
So.
I'm ready. I'm ready. How about
Look,
you, Linda?
I'm not. Okay.
Come on, Linda. Let's get in the
Where'd
gym.
you
You can
go?
do it.
Now, I don't want to, I just want to I don't want to get buff or anything like that. I do want to tone up a little bit because, like I said, I don't like those wings. And then
Mhm.
I do feel like on my legs and my what are these called? Saddlebags. My saddlebags are really squishy.
Yeah.
They're fun to play with because it's really squishy. But I want to tone that up, and stuff like that. But I will be able to now because before I was so heavy, I didn't have the energy to work out. I didn't want to work out. By the time I got off of work, which, we don't get off until 9, so we don't leave
Yeah.
here till about 9:30 till 10. So
Yeah.
by the time I get home and get my nightly stuff done, I'm done.
That's it.
And so I wait, and then I would sleep in because I have to wind down. And so I really don't, so this is an excuse. So I really don't make time to get up in the morning and, okay, well, I'm going to go do some squats or some lunges or whatever. But now that I'm getting to where I do feel like it and I do have more energy because of the weight loss, I
Mhm.
mean, I can do the dumbbells up
You got a
here while I'm at
dumbbell.
work. I can do lunges up here at work. I can do
There you go.
squats,
Yeah.
and stuff like that while I'm here. So
It's changed the
That's what I
game.
want to do. Yeah.
Yep.
And as far as eating goes, like I've always eaten clean. This, it just is what it is. But I would eat a lot, and I'd eat a lot at night
Me
more
too.
because we're
Guilty.
busy. Like, and I saw your cereal bowl. That's me. I
Yeah.
want the big, if I'm gonna eat dirty, I'm gonna eat dirty, right?
Yeah.
I have no cravings for that whatsoever. Like I'm on like mostly steak.
Meat.
I'm a brat.
Me too. Meat,
Yeah,
cheese,
meat, cheese.
vegetables.
So much so,
fruit.
and not to sound like TMI, but my husband, he said, came in the room the other day, and he said, we lived in California for a long time, so if you know about drought, you know about drought. And so
Mhm.
if it's yellow, you let it mellow at night, because you don't want to flush water down the drain like that.
Yeah.
And so he came in and he said, I think you're something's happening. And I said, why? And he goes, it looks like oil's in the toilet. Oh my God, you think? And I
Yeah.
was like, okay. And he goes, that's a good thing, right? And I said, yeah, it probably is a good thing, but we
Yeah.
don't need to announce, everything, but I'm just excited for that. And it's gotten him eating a lot better, because he's a big junky food guy and fast food guy. And so he eats with me. And now when we go out, it's like, I'm not going to eat it, so let's share. So it's caused him, because I don't eat dirty really, and so it's caused him to have to like eat the healthier side of food instead of ordering a lot of fried food. And so now
Yeah.
he's even like, I don't want any fried food. Like, can you cook for us? Or he started cooking, and he's never done that before. So when I
That's
come home,
awesome.
he's got vegetable meat for me, and then he eats that. So even though he's not on the program, like his
He's
eating
benefiting.
habits changed.
Yeah.
So
He's
he's getting
getting secondary benefits from your progress.
Yeah.
That makes me
Yeah.
really happy. That makes me really happy, because what is
Yeah.
the ultimate goal in this field? Is to help people to be healthier, to help them live healthier lifestyles, to be in the body they want to be in. And if you're giving him secondary health, man, you are benefiting your family immensely in that area. So and yeah, you're right. I do. When I eat dirty, but
Yeah, that's me. That's the problem. When I eat dirty, I eat dirty. But I'm not even like at that stage where I'm really like, I'm not like craving. I would eat a whole thing of ice cream if I was gonna eat it. If it's in the
yeah,
house, I bought it to eat it, I'm eating
the
it.
whole
I'm a
thing. Yeah.
machine. Yeah, the whole thing in one, because I ain't coming back for it. And
Yep.
we don't even buy that anymore. Like, I'm like, no, I don't need ice cream, or no, I don't want, like, I have no desire like for it at all.
That's
And
amazing.
I've gotten to the point to where, and I don't know, you probably have too, but like if I want a chicken fried steak, for example, if I want a
Mhm.
chicken fry or something that's got grease in it, or it's cooked in grease, it tastes good, but then after the work, I'm like, "What?" It kind
Yeah.
of just makes, all that grease
That's
and
our weight loss
oil.
program. It
Yeah, it makes
does.
it not worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. And that
Makes me feel like
is
crap
the
after.
point of this whole therapy is that, and we call it it's our weight loss program, but the whole point of our weight loss program is to give you the choice to make the choice of what foods you want to consume versus what you feel like you want to consume. So you'll
Yeah.
be walking down an aisle and you'll be choosing, cereal, ice cream, whatever just strikes your fancy, versus being able to control what you want to choose off this aisle. So
Yeah, it's more
uh,
like eating because I know I have to
I have
eat
to eat.
something
yeah,
versus eating because I'm upset or eating,
Bored.
bored. It's like now I'm doing other stuff instead of that.
that's incredible. That's exactly what we want to hear. And Linda, we need to get you a secondary goal set as well, another program set up for you in the near
Okay.
future, because I think you guys are both going to hit your goal weights pretty soon. And there's nothing saying you can't go even further with it. But I
Yeah.
think aftercare and getting your muscles, your body's toned up, that's the next phase, and any plan that I would put together for you.
Yeah.
So my last question is, um, overall, 1 out of 10, where would you put us on that scale? Would you recommend your friends to us? And just what's the satisfaction level that we've achieved for you? And again, you don't need to sugarcoat it. We want real feedback on this.
Honestly, I've already tried to, I'm already talking my daughter. I'm trying to talk her into doing it. And she's taller, but she's not medical record. She would probably be considered obese, but
Right.
she's not huge. but she would like to lose some weight too. So I'm actually trying to talk her into doing it just because I think she could do it for like 2, 3 months and she'd probably be where she needed to be. And, but I would talk to anybody. I would recommend you guys over, like I said, any other doctors, clinics, other medications. I would honestly, personally, with the one-on-one help that you guys have given us and the support, the recommendations, let's try this, let's do that. Let me know how it goes. I would give y'all a 10 for my personal,
Well,
me
I
personally.
really appreciate that rating. What did you think? Follow-up question. What did you think of the knowledge base of our doctor, Hannah Martin? Did you
I'm very impressed. I mean, I was just kind of like, damn, I guess
yeah.
they know what they're talking about because the
Yeah.
first month I was a little leery because like we talked about, I mean, it was
Yeah.
just kind of stagnant. And I thought these just wasting this damn money. But I hung in there and then I started seeing it and then I was like, be patient.
Yes.
Be patient.
Let the process do its thing, right?
Yeah.
Trust the
Yeah.
process.
Yeah. Yeah. So I had to talk myself into that, but 100% love it.
Well, we much appreciate you, and you made us the 10 that we are today. So thank you. For, for Kai, let us know how you feel. Also, just off the bat, did you speak with Hannah Martin?
I did. I just had my appointment with her. I loved her.
Cool.
We had a good conversation. She knew what she was talking about. We averaged out my weight because I was like, no, I don't know if I like, and then talking about August, and it actually blew my mind to like have her lay it out and say, this is where we're at with it. And then just like, okay, this is where I want to be in weight. Is that realistic? And just having that, like, yes, and the
Yeah.
knowledge she had about the medications and things that were on, vitamins, stuff like that. And because I'm going to a new vitamin besides the B12,
Yep.
like I had a lot of questions. Like I said, I'm tough to
No,
deal with just because
this is
I'm
your
like
body, your health.
always like,
You gotta ask the
and
questions.
she answered them. She was right on and real helpful. Didn't rush through it or anything. And I would definitely say a 10. Like I said, I researched you guys before. I loved that it was a newer company because I like the ground floor because I always like to see it like go right. But just the care. And like I said, we've had our moments, but
Yeah.
I'm a toughie. That's
Yeah,
why.
we
And
like it though. It helps us
but
to
it's like
learn.
the rebound from that is like, all right, sis, let's get back on it. Like, where are we at? And there's no beat missed,
Yep.
it's never gone real. I love the fact it's not like clinical. It's not clinical in the sense of like, here's your 5 minutes, tell me what's wrong with you. Okay,
Yeah.
do this and that's it. I mean, I've even sent pictures like, I can't read this. Please read it. Or my husband, he doesn't really understand it all that much. So I'll be like, can you explain it so he can read it? Because
Yep.
I could say it all day and you guys don't have to. He's not your patient technically, right? Or your client. So, but yeah, okay, I'll text it to you and then he can read it and he'll understand. And that's just because someone else is with me, and he wants to know what I'm putting in my body too, because he's concerned.
Absolutely.
But just like the care, the patience, the understanding, okay, let's regroup. I mean, I wouldn't have it any other way. And it's a 10 all the way around for me. I mean, I love my results. I love how you guys are with us. I love that you work as a team. So if one of you doesn't have it, like you're on here,
Yeah.
so it's like you don't just get one person and that's who you're stuck with. It's not like, it's just like a really caring kind of atmosphere. And I think for me, I needed that because it is my body and it's
Mhm.
been through a lot of stuff. And
Yeah.
so I want to make sure I'm doing the right thing. I don't take medication. When I go to the doctor, I don't. I'm more of like, no, let's work out, let's stretch, let's meditate, let's do those things. I'll eat cleaner, I'll drink water, but it just going, okay, I'm going to trust the process and inject, things and stuff like
Mhm.
that. Let's see where it's at. And I like tell people about it all the time and I don't care. Like
Yeah.
I've been on weight loss programs or gym programs and things like that. And I was like, I don't want to tell people what I'm doing because there's a stigma to it, right?
There is.
This,
Yeah. We're
no
trying to rid
problem.
that.
I'm like, nope, this is what I'm doing. This is what I'm doing. I mean, I had another military guy come through, and he's Navy though, and he he was like, Kai, what are you doing? Because like you look great, like you're a lot smaller, which that's always nice too to hear, right? And so
Yeah.
I said, this is what I'm doing. And he kind of like looked at me and I said, dude, I'm almost 50 years old. I've done the workout. I've done really
Yep.
hard stuff. And I said, and I just couldn't shake it. And this is where I'm at. And he was like, all right, well, what's the name of the place? You know? So even that, like, I don't care. I'll be like, you know, this one asked me and I'm like, no, do this with me, you know?
Yep. No, I love
So
that.
I love it. You guys are great, and I wouldn't change it for world. I wouldn't want anyone else on my journey.
Me either.
We
So you're not
wouldn't
getting
want.
rid of us, is what we're saying.
You're stuck.
Yeah. Yeah, we wouldn't want anybody else on the journey either. And I will say this, if ever there was a moment where you felt like we clashed, it's only because we care. We actually care about what's happening, and to for our patients not to achieve results, it angers us. Like we're like, why isn't this working? We start calling pharmacies, we start calling everybody. We're like, whose fault is this? And eventually we learned, things like titration and stuff like that. So everything, yeah, hormones. Hormones are huge. That's like
That's
one of the
what
biggest things right there.
I never even thought about it until Trista explained that to me. And she was like, once you get to a certain, 54 years old, I've had a hysterectomy. I'm not on any hormones. Your metabolism, blah, blah. And I was like, I think she
Yeah.
just called me old in a nice way. But all that makes sense
No.
because nobody's really explained that to me.
Yeah.
You
Right.
know?
And I wouldn't say we had clashes. I said
Oh, not a clash. I meant like,
but like
yeah.
it's a learning experience, and it is that caring part that
Yeah.
you see through stuff like that. Where I could go to the doctor all day and then be like, here, take this medication or
That's
do
it.
this, but I'll give up because like there is no caring
Yeah.
behind it.
And why would
like
you throw your money at something that's not working?
Right.
So
And you can tell there's that caring because you
Yeah.
regroup and you say, okay,
yeah,
let's get back on it.
we
Let's do this
care
again.
about where your money's
Right,
going
we
and
care
about
where
what
you're
you're
at.
getting. Yeah, and that's
Right.
the bottom
Several
line.
years ago, I had gone to the doctor to try to lose weight, and that's when the those pills that everybody was taking.
Phentermine.
Yeah, the
Phentermine.
Phentermine.
Yeah.
And I would go, go get them, and I wouldn't, I would lose, 10 pounds, 11 pounds or whatever. And that would be it. And they'd be like, no, just keep taking it. I mean, it was just like, here,
Mhm.
just keep taking it. Just give it time. But there
Yeah.
was no concern. Well, how come you're not losing any more weight?
Yeah.
Like you guys are like, okay, wait a minute. Let's
Let's
figure this
figure
out.
it out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Because there's a formula behind it, and it's our job to figure that formula out for you. You're coming to us for us to help you figure this out. So that's what we've done, and you guys have helped us to push to the next level as far as our understanding of how it all works. And I just want to give you all our biggest heartfelt just thank you. We've gotten to this point because of our patients like you, and you were two of our very first patients, and it warms my heart to see you guys approaching your goals. And I can't thank you enough for staying with us and for letting us be able to serve you. So we appreciate you guys.
It's time to open.
Oh yeah.
But no,
Hey,
we want
you
to
guys,
thank you too.
thank you
And
so much for the interview. Thank you so much
we
for your time.
appreciate you.
And y'all have a
We
fantastic
appreciate y'all.
day.
You
Thank
too.
you.
All right. Thank you.
Bye, y'all. Take care.
Bye. You
Oh my god, that was so